Hey homeschoolers, welcome back to my channel. Carissa here with Berean Academy Homeschooling Gracefully. I hope y'all are having a great day. We are having a good day. It's a little chilly here. The weather here is super funny. It's snowing this morning, freezing, and the kids are having a blast. They went out and played in it. And we just came inside, so I might be a little like red from the cold. But this weekend on Saturday, today's Tuesday, that I'm filming this, on Saturday, it was so hot. Like, well, I mean, it wasn't that hot. It was like in the 90s, but it was so humid. And we did have a storm come in that night, but it was just gross. And then, of course, that's the day that we had decided to tackle a bunch of our yard projects. We, like, took apart our coop for our chickens and moved it to the back of the property and built this little fence thing because I was tired of cleaning up chicken poop all around my kids' play structure. So I wanted them to not be able to go over there. I wanted to separate the kids' play area from the chicken run area. Anyways, so that's what's been going on over here. Okay, so today I'm going to share with y'all my 2020-2021 curriculum picks. Some of these choices we're actually getting into like right about now. We finished up a lot of different levels, and we just keep on going throughout the year and just take breaks when we want. We don't have like a super strict schedule of our academic year. The girls have all been ready to move on in math, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. So even though there are picks for next year, quote unquote, we're starting them now. So anyways, there you'll see a lot of stuff. It's sort of, we're kind of in mid-year here, we're just starting here, we're holding this off for next year here, like that type of stuff. So hopefully it'll all make sense. It's a little crazy. I need to get a better spreadsheet system to keep it all straight because in my head it's starting to get a little crazy, but that's okay. So our budget this year was right around $300, and this is not like including supplies, or this is not our homeschool budget. This is just curriculum. So I would, if you're new to homeschooling and you're trying to figure out how much you're going to spend, I mean, you can homeschool for free if you want. This is just a rough of what we spend on curriculum, and then we have a separate budget for supplies and experiences and like subscriptions and things like that. So this year we spent about $300 on everything that we bought. The only thing that I purchased new is our master books subjects. Everything else I get used. And this year we actually ended up spending a bit more than we expected to because our library is closed, and so I ended up purchasing some of the books that normally we would have just rented from the library. And then some of these subjects we've had, like our science, we actually got it at the beginning of last year. So things like that I wasn't really counting in our total. So if you were to buy everything that I'm going to show you, like, I don't know about new, but if you were to buy it all at once, I think it's closer to like $500 for 3 kids. Homeschooling still pretty reasonable, I think. There's definitely ways to get this a lot cheaper, and you could definitely spend a lot more. Some of the things like our read alouds from Sonlight would be a lot pricier if you bought them brand new and straight from Sonlight. Okay, so I'm gonna just get into it and start showing you what we've got. In our family, we do individual subjects and we do group subjects. So I'm gonna start with the group subjects. These are ones that we do family style. Everybody sits in, everybody listens, and does activities to their own skill level. So for, my toddler, that means just listening while he's playing with blocks or whatever. Can keep him quiet, cars, anything. And then my pre-K/K will do a coloring sheet maybe, or just tell me something that she found interesting from the read aloud. And then my older girl will have more structured activities and worksheets to go along with the lesson. So our family subjects are Bible, science, history, and literature. My oldest does have a Bible curriculum that she does as an elective, but our family Bible is just me reading the Bible with the kids in the morning. We don't do any sort of structured curriculum for that. I feel like for us the best way to do it is just me read out loud to them, we discuss what we've read, and just make it a consistent habit. For science, we use God's Design for Beginners, Life. This is a subject that we got last year through Master Books, and we're still going through it. So we've done the plant unit, we're currently in the human body unit, and then there's an animal unit. So I think that this will take us almost through the end of this year, and then we'll sort of assess what we should do science-wise then. History, I have a whole video on our eclectic history choice this year. We're using 2 things for our spine, the story of the world and mystery of history, and I like how those balance each other in light of biblical and secular history sources. We have the activity guide for Story of the World, along with the read aloud. The Mystery of History is sort of all together. We have an atlas that we got from Master Books, and we also have the Biblioplan, which helps me just bring it all together easily, making it cohesive and chronological. We do notebooking with this and timelines, and it's been a lot of fun so far. Literature, we do read alouds from Sonlight. I could pull together my own read aloud list if I wanted to, but it's a lot easier to just take somebody else's list that they've already vetted all the books. We're trying to keep it along with our history, year 1 of a history cycle. So we are doing Sonlight's Core B, which is world history. So we have a lot of fun read alouds to do. I'm looking forward to it with the kids. And I bought these used on Thrift Books. I got all the books that are on the list. If I had purchased it through Sonlight, the 5-day thing, it would have been somewhere around, I think it was like $180, close to $200, and we got all of our books for $60 delivered, so I felt pretty good about that. And then for our individual subjects, each of my kids does their own reading, writing, and arithmetic, the 3 R's, at their level and as an individual subject. So my oldest is doing math lessons for living education, level 3 for her math. We love the math lesson series. It took me a little while to get used to it and start to trust the process, but it's definitely proven itself, and we're very happy with it. She is doing Sonlight level 2 reading program. So I also bought these books used. So this program comes with the reading schedule and discussion questions and all the books, and I love the Sonlight guide for this because there are map activities, timeline activities, so it really ties it in to history and, you know, the living book portion, and I'm really big on that, so I'm excited about this program. And then language arts, she uses life lessons for living education level 2, and she actually started this right before Christmas, and then we took a little bit of a break and we're back at it. So she's been doing it solidly since about February, and we're really liking this program. She also has More Than Words by Master Books. We love this course. I think it's a great tool to help your children see that they can really take ownership of their relationship with Jesus and start to find it on their own, find theirs, and build that relationship. So I love this course. Okay, my soon-to-be first grader, she will be using math lessons for living education level 2. She just finished level 1. Again, we love math lessons. She will be using language lessons level 1, also Master Books. And then, of course, the language lessons level 1 comes with the books that were in basic language skills, so we already have those, and we really do love this course so far. We've done a week's worth of lessons, and she went through some of basic language skills, and then we jumped over when this was available. And they're different enough that she hasn't noticed that she's gone over some of this stuff before, and it's definitely expounded upon. And then for reading, she uses All About Reading level 1. This we started in the middle of last year when she really was needing some more practice with it, and she wanted her own readers. And so I started looking for a program that would be more hands-on for her, and this program has been amazing for her. So we love it. I thought about doing level 2 for my older daughter, but I gave her the choice. I showed her both programs, All About Reading level 2 and Sonlight's level 2 readers, and she preferred Sonlight, so we picked that. And then finally, my kindergartner-ish. I always do ish because the grade levels are kind of arbitrary. We use them for like church activities and sports and stuff, but they're wherever they are academically. So anyways, little disclaimer. But for her, we got math lessons for living education level K, which has been totally fun for her. Perfect on par, like skill wise, and she really enjoys it. And then we also got Simply K, and I teetered between Stepping Stones and Simply K, and I really wanted to go with Stepping Stones, but after going over the milestones, she had already met them, so it didn't really make sense to have her go through it. We ended up going with Simply K, and so far it has been a perfect fit. She loves it. The lessons are short and engaging, and I actually filmed a flip through that I will put up soon, just going over that. So if you've been looking at that and you want to see it, I have a flip through coming So those are all of our picks. That's our subjects. I think my favorite to teach is history and literature. I really love those, but they're all great. And Masterbooks has made it so much easier to implement the things that I want to go deeper with and want to have fun with, which was always a struggle. It was a struggle for me to be able to get in all the read alouds and do the things that I wanted to do because I just felt so overwhelmed with everything else that we were doing. So I'm really grateful for that. So if you notice, everything besides history and our reading programs are from Masterbooks. And then we're a little eclectic with history and reading. I'd love to hear what you guys are using this year. Let me know what's worked for you, what hasn't. If you've used any of these choices or if you're planning to, I'd love to talk about it. I love to hear what other people are doing and what's working for you and just bounce ideas off of each other. Until next time, happy schooling.